We live in a ruthless industry. It's one that brings together the best of the best and can sometimes be brutal. As members, fans and supporters, you have every reason to be excited. Get excited. Get ahead of yourselves. Have high expectations. It's our job to work as hard as we can to live up to those expectations. Let's transition from being a good team into becoming a truly great one.
And with that, pre-season is over. Now, we know Adelaide Oval has seen many double centuries, and it's about to host another. Hi, I'm Mark Bickley, and welcome to the 200th edition of The Crows Show, brought to you by Hungry Jack's, the burgers are better. Over the journey, we've helped you get to know hundreds of players, men and women, their coaches, and all those behind the scenes. And importantly, we've engaged with you, the fans, who will always be the lifeblood of our great club. As we launch the show's 10th year, the Crows kick off a new and exciting AFL season. Stay with us. After the break, the full circle moment in Jordan Dawson's career. And later, Izak Rankine leaves another mark on the club. And professional life without football for Rory Sloane. Hi everyone, and welcome to the new Crows Show, brought to you by Farmers Union Iced Coffee as we kick off the 2015 season. Each Sunday morning we'll take you behind the scenes of the Adelaide Football Club to meet the players, coaches and support staff. This unique opportunity allows you to share in the journey as the Crows chase success. That was me back in the first show, which debuted in 2015. We've shared the highs.
It's coming back!
The lows.
Well, it looks like Otten's gone down here, guys. I think he's done a knee. From what I saw, he grabbed at his knee just as he went into that marking contest.
The laughs.
Are you allowed to?
Give some biscuits. Wax on, wax off.
And the tears. Players, coaches and staff are devoted to pursuing Phil's passionate drive for success and character development. His enormous contribution to this club will never be forgotten. We've witnessed the birth of the National Women's Competition, celebrated the amazing Indigenous Guernseys and explored the important issues that define our game.
Eddie fooled them all, escaped, Eddie bets, Eddie bets!
Skipper Jordan Dawson enjoyed a special homecoming during the pre-season when he and his teammates visited Robe for a 2-day training camp. Jordan was born and raised in the coastal town and was passionate about showing everyone where his football journey began with the Robe Roosters. And of course, he's not the only player from the southeast. Mitch Hinge, Darcy Fogarty and Luke Pedler all followed a similar path to the AFL.
So today was a busy one. It's often the weather's not as nice as this, so to have not too much wind and the sun out, we've been really lucky. So we've made the most of it. We went down to the beach at 7 a.m. and did a few relays and a bit of water polo, and I think a few of the boys were shocked by how cold the water is at the moment. That was a good start to the day, and then after that we broke off into our teams and did a bit of an amazing race around town for the next sort of 3 or 4 hours, which is really good. Guys got to see the town and do a few challenges along the way, and we played some lawn bowls against a few of the older guys there, and they embraced them, and there wasn't too many of us that actually beat them, so they're pretty talented.
I think we're almost good, fellas.
What is this?
Building the raft was probably was the hard bit, and then trying to get a teammate across without them getting wet. It's always challenging, but you definitely find guys come out of their shell a bit and want to lead in those sorts of activities, and I mean, they're all just team building, bonding sessions. Fortunately for us, we got Lockie Shoal over the line without him getting wet, so that's always a big tick, but our raft was the worst looking by far, I think. The highlight was definitely seeing a lot of the guys embrace the locals. I think that was really good to see, just to see the Crows guys really mix with a couple of road people. It's really cool.
Up, down.
We ventured down to Long Beach and Nixie took us for a bit of a physical challenge, and that was really fun actually. A few different races and tug of war and a bit of a push-up challenge and whatnot. So that sort of tested the physical side of things, and then now we just finished the game of cricket, so that was a bit more relaxed, a bit more fun. Played against a few staff members, which was always good to get them back at times. So, but it's been awesome, and everyone's bought in, and hopefully it's one of those trips that you look back on and everyone has really fond memories, and we can grow as a group.
And a big shout out to long-time supporter and huge Crows fan Alex Carey, who starred with both the bat and the gloves in Australia's Test win over New Zealand. With the Australian Test team taking a well-earned break, I'm sure we'll see more of Alex at the Adelaide Oval cheering on the boys.
I don't understand how this can be a good use of our resources. Don't we pay you like $1 million a year?
Cheap meal during the break. What do you reckon? Probably Texas barbecue.
How many did you have, Rob?
Oh, boy! Who'd you have? Can't say. 5, 6.
Probably Yochi or something. Excellent addition, Oscar. Well done.
Couldn't do it in America, I reckon.
Riley, you should listen to your new flatmate, mate.
Here he is. Daz.
Maybe a palmy.
When I asked you during the break, you said you had no palmies. Why are you saying it now?
Nah, I didn't have any. I can't say no to a little palmy.
That's not going to help your 401ks, buddy.
Alright, we'll see. Let's hope it doesn't. They're a ladies' pool party.
Hey, Boz. Nothing but salads, you told me.
Nothing but salad for the rest of the pre-season dojo.
Okay, mate, we'll see. Well done.
Thanks to Toyota, we want to see your trick kicks. Outside, inside, any angle, any target. Monthly winners will receive a Crows Guernsey. The overall winner will receive an exclusive behind-the-scenes matchday experience at the Crows Round 22 Western Bulldogs Clash. Email crowsshow@afc.com.au or post to #CrowsTrickKick. Show us what you can do. Now, someone who has more than a few party tricks of his own is Izak Rankine. But his artistry extends beyond football. With the help of Harley Hall from Aboriginal Art Designs, Izak has created the new Crows indigenous Guernsey. They're both proud Nurrungiri men from the Lower Lakes, and the design represents Izak's coming home from the Gold Coast. His return fulfilled not only his boyhood dream of playing for the Crows, but his desire to be closer to family and his passion to work with Indigenous children.
Yeah, me and Harley are, related from the same mob. Early days I remember being on the mission and jumping on the back of his motorbike, and he took me around the block. So to be able to reconnect with him again at 23, 24 is pretty cool, and to work on something like this is definitely special.
To be able to tell our stories and connect us all. So with the community symbols, I'm always about connection. So a lot of my artwork, is around connection and coming together and unity and united as one. So with the communities, different communities all coming together, all for the one cause, I guess, to support the Adelaide Crows and support the great game.
Probably my favourite part would be the Dreamtime story, the Seven Sisters up here, the Milky Way. I love how it's turned out with the stars, and it looks pretty cool. And also the crow here with the detailing in the wings and things like that. It was a bit of a task to get the details in the wings, but it's come out pretty cool. So I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, I guess the shield is a good icon to visualise safety, and protection.
Yeah, I think looking forward to Sir Doug Nichols round and realising that we're going to chuck on something that I've worked on alongside Harley as well is going to be pretty cool and special to everyone, but especially to my people and my family and things like that. My family's going to be super proud, and they haven't seen the final product, but I'm sure they're going to be super happy with what's come out, and I just can't wait for that moment to run out there.
And the Crows players who wear the Guernsey this year, men and women, descended on Port Lincoln for the 2-day pre-season community camp. Apart from conducting clinics and signing sessions for local kids, the players took part in an internal trial and met many loyal fans who regularly make the long trip to Adelaide to watch games.
It's huge. It's been a real buzz the last few days leading up to it. For the kids to be able to get out and participate in the clinics, and for us die-hard supporters as well to come along and watch the training and internal trial games, just a real buzz. And it's Lincoln and the surrounding areas as well, so plenty of people have got down for it, which is great. The Bendigo Bank Community Bank model is really significant for our communities. We've been able to assist with a lot of community events and projects, but certainly sport is really the fabric of our society, I guess, in small community towns. So we've done lots of sponsorship for our local clubs and leagues, and of course that flows through to also obviously from a corporate perspective with Bendigo Bank being a major partner of the Crows as well.
A big commitment by the club, sending more than 100 players, coaches and all their support staff, but it was a great success.
Heading into your 16th season, a bit of a veteran now, how does it feel? You've been around for a long time.
I don't know, I still feel like I'm 25 living my dream, so I do. I kind of enjoy it still, and I don't think I've ever lost sight of how fun it is.
I mean, you've been through the wars a little bit over the last couple of years. Like, how's the injury going? You're back into it now, but you've certainly had some adversity over the last couple of years with injuries, but always find a way.
Yeah, I suppose I look at it probably a bit differently too. I mean, I've played over 250 games, and not many people can get to that point either, so I've certainly been lucky too with injuries. And I suppose the eye stuff's probably my hamstring for some people. Some people's weaknesses are their hamstrings, or I don't know, they get concussions or other injuries for whatever reason. I seem to cop more eye injuries than everyone else.
You're always so optimistic about everything. Like, where does that come from?
I think it's a choice, to be honest. I think everyone's got the choice, really. There's probably been circumstances throughout my life, I think, just across all my years and living, where I just go, you can make either two choices, really. Yeah, one choice is to be productive about something and be positive and look at the light side, or the other choice is to be negative, get down and hate the world and don't enjoy yourself. And I suppose I put those two out on the table now, and what would you rather pick, to be honest? So but for me, it's probably more just a way of living. I just prefer to live that way.
Live free, like to go surfing and everything?
Yep, absolutely. I enjoy the outdoors. That's one thing we certainly try to pass on to the kids as well, is spend as much time by the beach, spend as much time outdoors as possible.
Footy, do you think they quite understand what you do?
Nah, not at all, really. They love coming to the footy just for the crash, the kids, their mates. They do love it though. I mean, all the boys get around. I think they just love seeing people have fun and working hard. I'm big on, I love that the kids see us work hard and see us in the gym and that kind of thing. I reckon you can instill some of those behaviours early on, but I think they just enjoy themselves at the moment.
If you weren't playing playing footy, what do you think you'd be doing?
I love surfing. That's always just been a passion and a hobby. I loved tennis back in the day. I was a tennis coach, played a lot of tennis. I thought about taking it seriously, and I spent 1 week having an absolute crack at like doing some morning training, nights trainings, and it was so lonely. So I've got a lot of respect for like tennis players because it's a lonely sport at times, and there's a lot of effort that goes into it.
Thanks so much for joining me, Sloane, and good luck for the rest of the year, and looking forward to what's come for you boys.
Thanks, Noffy, you too.
Okay, let's cast our attention to the big clash on Friday night, Adelaide taking on Geelong. And these are the 4 areas that Adelaide have to get right if they're to win. Number 1 is limiting the effectiveness of Tom Hawkins and Jeremy Cameron. They're the big twin towers up forward for Geelong, and if they get any decent supply, they can kick a winning score. So Adelaide have to make sure that the delivery coming into the forward line isn't great, and also they have to get some numbers back to make sure there's no room to lead into. Number 2, Tom Stewart. He is such a key playmaker for Geelong, and he's often allowed to run loose across half-back. He generates so much drive and attack, so Adelaide have to do something to make sure that he's not on his own. For me, that looks like Ben Keys. What a job for him. He's done it before, and he can also hurt the opposition going back the other way. Has a happy knack of hitting the scoreboard. Number 3, Riley O'Brien. He has the ability to get right on top in the ruck, knowing that it's not really a strength of Geelong. He can get back in defence and mark, and we know his pre-season form has been outstanding, so he has the opportunity to be a potential match winner. And that leads me into point 4, which is the ability and depth of the Adelaide midfield. We know they've got some stars in there in Dawson, Laird and Crouch, but it's the next wave of players that are coming through. Pedler, Rankine, Rochelle, they add something that's just a little bit different, that explosive power, particularly from centre bounce, that could set them apart from Geelong. And what an opportunity. Friday night footy in front of a huge audience, big home crowd, a chance to make a statement to the rest of the league that these guys are serious contenders. Once again this season, we're looking for our crow in the crowd. We're after fans who have gone to a game and posted a photo on social media using the hashtag #WeFlyAsOne. So, if you're attending our game, get snapping. You could win a double pass to Toyota's Hilux Hill at Adelaide Oval. That just about wraps up our 200th Crow Show and our first for 2024. Thanks for your company, and I look forward to joining you again next Sunday at 3 p.m. on 7. This program is brought to you by Hungry Jacks. The burgers are better.